The new gardener is our plaything. Couples Threesomes 18. FFM Threesome BDSM Erotica Lesbian Erotica. Copyright 2020 by Connie Cuckquean. Narrated by Allison Okeefe. The new gardener is our plaything. Couples Threesomes 18. My husband Dillon and I weren't exactly horticulturalists. The garden was something we enjoyed spending time in, but not something we enjoyed tending to. I mean, what's the point? If I'm going to be venturing outside into the sunshine, I want to be enjoying myself, not working. I get it, some people enjoy it, but Dillon and I were just too busy. It's far better for us to just employ someone. That's where Morgan came in. Morgan had been recommended to me by a friend, and when I finally laid eyes on her, I could see exactly why. Janice, the well-to-do housewife from a few doors down, had confessed that while she'd never dabbled with the same sex before, Morgan had given her second thoughts. It really piqued my curiosity. If you ever want to recommend someone to a friend, tell them that that person you're suggesting is so hot that you'll start to question your sexuality. It never fails. So anyway, I'd called Morgan later that day to see if she could fit us in for a week of work. Even her voice sounded sexy on the phone. It had a sultry, cool, casual manner to it that started to excite me. Even though her words weren't explicitly flirtatious, her tone of delivery began to have a strange effect on me. After getting off the phone, I went straight to my husband, who sat tinkering with something in the garage. "I think you'll want to make sure you're out in the garden tomorrow," I said. He lifted his head and looked at me curiously. "Huh?" "I've just secured our new gardener, and if what Janice is saying is true, you're gonna want to see her." "Am I now?" Dillon said, smirking. "I think you'll love her." "You're always trying to fix me up with women, Sally. Aren't you good enough for me?" I sauntered over behind him and draped myself along his shoulders. "I know I'm good enough for you, honey, but you've got such a big appetite." My hand slipped down inside his shirt, and I tickled at the hair below his navel as I nibbled on his earlobe. "I think you want it more than me," he said. "That may be true," I said, kissing his neck. "Who wouldn't want to see a man like you enjoy themselves?" "Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. She's barely even cut a blade of grass, and already you're pimping her out. Look, if she's half as flirty as she was on the phone, it'll be easy." "Huh, we'll see," he said. I left him to his work and whiled away the evening before bed. Morgan said she'd be arriving around 9 o'clock and could do a few days' work around the garden, sprucing it up. It was fairly low maintenance, but some of the raised beds needed attention as well as the edging of the lawn. I didn't want to get on my hands and knees to do it. I'd much rather see Morgan do that. By the time she arrived the next day, Dillon was already settled outside on his sun lounger. Our garden got the sun most of the day while being secluded from our neighbors. The odd soccer ball would fly over into our yard every now and then, but aside from that, it was a tranquil spot. At 9 o'clock the doorbell chimed, and I moved through the cool marble hall to answer it. I wore a flowing morning gown and slippers. I didn't want to make too much of an effort for her. I opened the door to be visited by a short-haired brunette in her early 20s. She wore denim shorts that seemed to finish just low enough to cover her ass, and she had on a white wife-beater. From the look of her perky tits, she both didn't need a bra and wasn't wearing one. She had cute, almost elvish features, all dainty-like. "Mrs. Jasper?" she asked. "Yes, honey, lovely to meet you. You must be Morgan." I leaned in to give her a kiss on the cheek. "Nice to meet you. Where do you want me?" "We'll get to that later," I smirked. "Should I come through?" she asked, looking down at her clunky brown boots. "Oh, just go around the side of the house. You'll have to excuse my husband." "Oh, I don't mind," she said. "I'll grab my things and be right around." I watched her turn back to her truck. She was an intriguing-looking woman, that's for sure. I didn't typically encounter people like her, and I think it was that drew me to her more than anything. She seemed like a slice
Sample complete. Ready to continue?